Welcome back to the Fantasy Pavilion, guys, for another episode of the Pick Review of Game Week 4. As you can see, I have a nice full cast of guests tonight. I have my usual co-host, Antonio. I have, hopefully a regular to the show now, Shamir, right, our Liverpool
Hey.
fan. And I have a good friend of mine,
Liverpool.
Kevan, who, Lush, it pains me to say this, guys, the kind of friends I keep, who is a Tottenham fan, guys,
Oh,
right? Just
all
trying
right,
to
all
get some
right.
different perspective, getting different guys to come on the show. As usual, as I try to implore you guys, if you want to come onto the show, slide in my DMs, shoot me an email, or leave a comment at the bottom, and you can be a part of the show. So today we're gonna just, of course, guys, let's discuss how last week was for week before, I should say game week 3. Shamir, how was game week 3 quickly for you?
Um, Average game week for me, I scored 65 points. Michael Antonio, the boss himself, pulled through with the captain. I mean, Fernandez blank, which was good for more. I guess everybody else having him as captain, I get through that. But a good week, the Suns like up to, I think I got a green arrow going up, so I cool with that for now.
All right, cool. And Kevan, how was game week 3?
Game week 3 is a little better. Unfortunately, no Antonio. Has been haunting me for the last 3 weeks. But I got 71 points nonetheless.
All right.
So I was able, Salah, Son, Captain Son, and Vardy. They pulled me out of the Antonio hole.
All right, solid, very solid. Well, Antonio, we discussed our teams already in the preview, so we won't go through that hardship anymore. So, obviously, before we proceed, we have to talk about the elephant in the Premier League, Mr. CR7. He has touchdown, and we also have to talk about wild cards, right? So, since we have a resident Real Madrid expert and CR7 Sicko fan, Antonio, what's your thoughts on him and what do you think his impact will be? Do you think everybody should bomb rush to get him over time or don't stick? Try and get him right now.
I mean, he's a prolific goal scorer. Horse. He will come in and he will give you what you're expecting. He will give you the goals. He might even pay injustice because of his height. I feel like if you don't get him now, you're going to be doomed later. And at his price right now is what? 12.5?
12.5. But even that 12.5 is only for this week. They held it at 12.5,
Yeah. And we saw the way Antonio points is going up, up, up. You can imagine if Ronaldo started kicking, that same form are going to happen with his price point at the end of the season. So I would advise people, jump on the ship now. If you find he's not performing the way you want, you have other people you could sell. Of course, you will have real money in the bank regardless, because once you sell, you will definitely have some kind of coins in the bank remaining to get a better replacement. But yeah, he will come and he will definitely perform. He will play the striking position, and he has a lot of assists. However, Bruno hasn't been having the best games in my opinion for the past few. I don't know how he's going to perform with Manu and Ronaldo being there. That whole controversy with penalties and free kicks, I don't know what Solskjaer are going to do with that. Hopefully we don't have a whole Richarlison Calvert-Lewin situation.
Yeah.
That was painful. Well, yeah, honestly, I would advise people to go for him. He's a threat. And I realize he is he's just Mr. Fantastic. So it's hard not to have him on your team. At this point, it really you can take the risk now. But if you find that you're not performing, as I said earlier, take your risk now as compared to later down, because you don't want to have to jump all and coins later down and even he done not performing. Take it now while you can and then see. You can afford to lose points now in the beginning of the season, but see later down when you have to start taking minuses, no way. So yeah, that's my advice.
All right, cool. Shami, you agree with this guy?
I mean, it's hard to see him come back in the Premier League. As a Liverpool fan myself, anytime your rivals strengthen like in that magnitude, you're worried, right? So I mean, having him just as not as a FPL side, just as a player himself, the kind of impact he brings to the Premier League and just in general football is going to be crazy. He already having like fanfare galore right now, and the FPL hasn't been neglected in that sense as well. I think he has been bought over 800,000 times so far since his price released. So I mean, his price is going to raise by next week for sure. Like Antonio say, right? Me personally, I'm not going to get him yet. I'm going to give him a chance to settle in, and I want to see how Ole plays him and how his tactics work with Ronaldo. Because I mean, Ronaldo is the main man, right? I do expect him to score a good bit of goals, but for me right now, I just want to see how he plays with Ole and his tactics. Because Ole hasn't managed a player like this yet.
Correct.
So I'm waiting to see how he does that. And then I could probably say, well, okay, maybe I'll bring him in. But he's definitely somebody that, just like Lukaku, proven goal scorer. And I mean, at that price and the amount of people bringing him into the squads, yeah, is either have him or you don't have him. And just like anything else in FPL, you either get through or you regret. You gotta pick the side you want to be on. And that's why I'm going right now. I'm the hopefully not regretting side, but we go see.
All right, cool. And Kevan, you looking for CR7 to come into your side, and you recommend picking him?
I do recommend picking him, but at the same time, I don't think I'm getting him in. I have to wait a little bit, but I am so scared of him. Like, he's going to hurt me. I know he's going to hurt me, right? But again, I don't know how exactly he's going to fit in the side, how his minutes are managed. So even if he blanks, which is highly unlikely, just to get that 60-minute mark, just to get an extra 2 points, well, yeah, I'm really not sure how he's going to play yet. I am going to wait like a week or two, but again, that price rise, that hurts.
Okay, well, I'm cool. I don't want him at all.
Yeah.
Anywhere near my team. I'm sticking with my guns. My guns are Mikel and Vardy. Those guys performing. Let me see how he does first. As Shamu said, let me see first. I'm not gonna jump on that at all. I'm waiting. Next thing you know, I good. But I cannot wait to see him and Bruno box it out for the penalty kick though. That would be great to see.
There's no boxing though.
This week.
I don't think there's a boxing though. I think there's no boxing involved in there. Ronaldo is the penalty taker. Bruno has no say.
So
No say.
you will just wipe off Bruno from that. If you were a soldier, you would just say, hard luck, Bruno, Ronaldo.
That's what I'm saying. Ole never managed a man like this before. Ole, this man he comes with that ego. That he comes. This is his team now, basically. Before it was a Bruno FPL team, now it's a Ronaldo FPL team. Think about it.
Wow.
But a lot of the players thinking that as well. I mean, Fernandes is the most transferred out, and Ronaldo is the most transferred in this week.
Correct.
So they're going to straight swap just for Ronaldo.
Correct. And if I was personally to do that, I have Fernandes in my side, I would do the same swap.
Yeah.
Personally. But
all right.
We have to wait and
everyone's
see.
looking for that fairy tale comeback, against a weaker side, Newcastle. I believe at home as well.
Yeah.
So,
I believe so,
yeah. So they want to see that. Everyone wants to see that.
And
which is a little bit too much feelings for my taste. A little too much feelings invested there. So.
Wow. All right. Well, I mean, all right. Well, we move on. Let's let's run through the fixtures for this week and try to anticipate who our top performers will be. I have it up on the screen here. So usual format, right? So Shamir and I will run through the home teams. We'll pick for the home teams. We'll pick a player each. Kevan and Antonio, you all will pick for the home side. And I mean away side. And work out great, Kevan, because the first game
first one is Spurs.
Right. So so Shamir, let's pick for Crystal Palace. Now you can go first now, and we'll go
all right.
there.
Crystal Palace, boy. I think the last fixture was a decent one. I think it was a draw, right?
Yeah.
Budget midfield pick for me would be Conor Gallagher. I mean, I think he scored 10 plus points I think 10 plus points last game week. He scored a goal. 5.5 million. He's like a straight swap into a cheaper price point. So you can free up that funds for Ronaldo pick if you do go that route. I mean, he is my pick for this game week.
Okay. Well, he scored a brace, actually. He scored a brace.
Oh, a brace, right.
Yeah,
Well, look
he
at
was
that.
on point. Yeah, he scored a brace. Yeah. Well, I'm torn because I'm not too sure if Edouard, the new signing, will start right away, or they might bring him on late. I feel they might bring him on. So I will go with Benteke because Benteke got one of the assists. It was a real nice assist, a nice takedown header as usual, using his height. So I'll go with Benteke and you go with Gallagher. All right, no problem. So Kevan and Antonio, who you'll have for Spurs? And Kevan, don't be shy to spend a minute longer if you want to give a little more insight on who you think. I don't mind, because it's Spurs.
Spurs. We're waiting for the return of Harry Kane. So I would love to see Harry Kane. He just scored against Poland. I think in all the 3 matches they played for England, he scored a goal at least. Right? So, Kane off the bat.
Well, all right.
Right? But Spurs' performance, however, it's been 1-0 win straight through. So I don't expect 2-3 goals. But Kane will be involved. So.
Tones?
My pick from since forever would always be Son. I just always had a likeness for Son. And even how Kane drops deeper now, he has way more potential of scoring goals. And we know he's very much capable inside the box, outside the box, as Gerard may know. So yeah, my choice would be Son.
And the beginning of this season, the uncertainty with Kane, Son did take a lot more responsibility on the team.
Yeah.
So,
But even when Kane is injured, Son always steps up. So
oh yeah, definitely.
For sure.
But this season, like last season, it was Kane like at the wheel. This time, Son he's taking control.
Yeah,
So.
for sure.
I feel that partnership coming back would be kind of deadly for FPL managers.
Oh, we would,
well,
we would love that again. But
because I mean, it's either Kane or CR7 to pick for that price point.
Or Lukaku as well.
Or Lukaku. So I mean, all premiums you could possibly get.
True. All right, so of course we have to start. The next game had to be very sour. Oh lush. All right, confidence, Simi. Next up we have Arsenal Norwich.
All right.
Arsenal home. This is the relegation derby, as people keep sending me that video that's circulating social media. All right,
there's a 6 pointer. There's a 6 pointer. There's a bottom of the table 6 pointer. I mean, points are vital. Goals are vital for Arsenal, and who will score for them? I have no clue. I mean, I spent some money on Odegaard. I think he will do well this weekend, against Norwich that does concede a lot of chances. So I think my pick would be for him, Odegaard. I'll go with him.
I've been very real with you. I'm drawing a blank. Like all kicks.
You might have to pick a defender in this one,
Yeah, I was thinking. But
Arsenal has it squad. So
the problem with that is who? Because Arteta is Pep 2.0. That's the only thing he learned from Pep. How to rotate unnecessarily. But I wouldn't go there. What if I had a pick? I was gonna say Smith Rowe. I know last week I said Smith Rowe, but I get a vibe. But I doubt Smith Rowe will start. He might start Odegaard. Doubt he will start the two of them. You know what for kicks? Lakanga. I'll go with Lakanga. Lakanga is a player to watch out for in this game. Right, so Kevan and Antonio, you'll have Norwich. Let me hear your picks.
I will actually go with a defender for this one. I'm going with Williams. I know Norwich was weak on that's the left back.
Yeah, left back.
And they brought in Williams. He had a really bad game in the last one, but it's been 2 weeks now. Hopefully he settled down, right? And I think he will help out a bit, both defensive and maybe an assist, because he comes up a little bit. He doesn't come up into the box, but he has that flank there.
Wood?
My pick would be Pukki. Reason being, he is the penalty man on that team. If anything was to come from this game, it would most likely come from a pen. Or if you do get the ball to Pukki in the box, he is very lethal, so he would finish. But as I said, Norwich not the best. But hey, they're not playing against the best either, so really and truly is a 50-50 kind of match. So
yeah, relegation teams playing. So
and you see that I can't even argue with you guys. I really can't. I just have to, facts. And the thing is, we cannot defend set pieces. So I hope Norwich did their homework and men shorter than men short as going to want us out jumping our defenders. So far less for Pukki. So yeah. All right, next up we have Brentford versus Brighton. Let me ask you.
Prem new boys doing wonders so far. They have a nice style of play. I mean, and they imparting their style on the league as well. This one might actually be plenty shots, no goals, So I might actually go with Pinnock in this one. Let's see how he plays this game week. He has scored some points so far. I think he had a goal as well. or assists. I'm not too sure.
Assist. Yeah.
Um, and he looks like a pretty decent pick. And I mean, shout out to our Caribbean boys here, repping us hard. So, I mean, I'll pick Pinnock.
All right, no problem. Well, obviously I have to go with Tony. I have Tony three game weeks now, and Tony has been fighting me down, telling me, boy, drop him. But I'm gonna stick with him. I agree with you. I feel because I wanna make a very bold statement. Two of the best low-key goalkeepers are facing off this game in Ryan Sanchez. And I feel it will be saves galore in truth. So yeah, this could end up 1-1. I'll go for Tony and I'll go for Mope. All right, Tones and Kevan, who you'll have?
I like to think Trossard would actually do something. He's always a attacking threat. No returns as yet, no proper returns as yet. But give him some time. I feel he will have something to say this time.
Strange enough, I feel like this game going to draw 0-0. And I feel if something were to come Brighton deadly on corners and set plays. So I would pick Dunk or Duffy. I'm more leaning to Duffy because I feel like I'm much than House of Leeds. So I'll go with Duffy.
I think everyone hoping for the 0-0 because everyone has Sanchez or the goalkeeper from Brentford.
It's true.
Yeah, some of us.
Yeah.
True.
Leicester versus Man City, and this brings me to a topic that I wanted to touch on, but I guess we could touch on it after we do this. But let's go. Let's run through the players first. So Leicester, Shimi, who you have?
I mean, you can't go be. This is a tough one. I really can't say, boy. But I think I'll go Vardy. He is the person that he's been there and done that, and he could threaten this Man City side, could stretch the defense. I mean, if he gets some good service, he'll cause some damage in this game. So I'll go with Vardy.
All right, well, if you're picking Vardy, I'm going to pick the fraud to Vardy's mommy, Pereira. I think Pereira will put in an assist. And he's looking fitish. He needs to stay fit. As I said last time, please, whoever praying on him, please keep praying on him. All right, so you guys have City. Who you're picking?
Yes, so many choices with City. Yes, I would say, that's the problem. I would say Grealish. That's our problem and Pep problem. So Grealish actually returning in all his matches so far.
Right.
The second two matches. Yeah. He adopting Pep's style of play. Right. He's not showboating and one man show again so much, but he actually playing with the team, getting the assists. So I think you will have a attacking return. It may not be a goal, but you will either draw the foul in the box or having an assist in this game.
My pick would always be for Man City. Due to rotation, I would always go with one guy constantly, and that's Gundogan. I don't know what he and Pep has history or, but he would always start. This man will be injured the week before, and next week, boom, 90 minutes flat. He would always play. And I would always put my money in him because he has been getting a lot of freedom. And as you can see, Gerard has mentioned how he has been out jumping certain players. So yeah, I would go with Gundogan because he looked like a solid starter on this team, regardless of if he picks up a little knock, he will continuously keep on performing. So yeah.
Fair enough. All right, let me go.
Did we lose Jared though?
No, right here. Next up we have Man U versus Newcastle.
I wouldn't say the man who shall not be named. I'll leave that for everybody else know who he is, but I wouldn't pick him. I'll actually go with the person who gonna be providing the assist for him, Luke Shaw. I think he's somebody else gonna benefit from him coming into the league.
Right.
Those crosses have to have a head to meet, and it's gonna be Luke Shaw's foot sending those crosses in. So he's a good pick to have.
All right, I'm done with that. And I'm going to go with the other guy that's going to assist him, Pogba. Yeah, I think Pogba could put in a 1 or 2 assists for that particular guy you're talking about. And, of course, Greenwood. So, yeah, I'll go with Pogba. Who you guys have for Newcastle?
Going with a ex-Arsenal man who probably jumped ship. Yes. He jumped ship at a proper good time. Willock. He ended last season really, really well.
Correct.
He loves Newcastle. Newcastle loves him. He has to have some return soon. He has to play good. I see Wilson has a slight injury, so Willock might actually play a little further up, giving them better chances for attacking returns.
All right.
As you know, my go-to pick with Newcastle would always be San Maximan. He is just therapy to face as a defender. You don't know. He's so unorthodox. Like he would just beat you and pass you. He would just, I don't know. But there's something would you come for Newcastle. I feel like it will come from him. If it's an assist at least, it'll come from San Maximan.
Yeah, that's a good shout. All right. Next up, we have Southampton versus West Ham. Let me hear you.
Southampton. Hasanutul hasn't gotten the team off and running yet, but I feel as though their captain is the man to pick for the side. He's on set pieces, on pens. Ward-Prowse. He's a safe pick in the side, sort of budget pick, I would say. I think he's 6 million or 6.5 around there. He's a good pick to have just for the sole fact that he's on the set pieces and pens. Just in case Southampton does get one of those options, he can score some points from there.
That's fair. Well, and he did score a penalty in the dying minutes, a really important high pressure penalty last game week. So you're right, he's not a bad shout.
Yeah.
A good. I don't know, boys. West Ham, Southampton. I'm gonna go with my usual pick, Che Adams. I like him. And he just last week was the only game he didn't really do anything. So and this is a big game. They'll be under pressure, but they'll be at home. And Southampton at home is not a team to be trifled with, no matter what they're going through. So I think Che Adams might have a decent game. And who you guys have for West Ham?
West Ham is like one of the most entertaining teams to watch right now. Everyone loves Antonio, but I want to stay away from Antonio. He hurt me a little too much. I don't have him on my team. But I'm going with the defender, one that actually had Cresswell, hopefully for the clean sheet points as well as some attacking returns. So hopefully he'll be doubled up. He's the main defender that's performing right now.
Correct.
I think he's on set pieces, so corners at least. So chance for assist, and I believe West Ham will be living inside Southampton's half at least. So.
My pick for this game week would be changing our Fornals. I've been bringing in the assists every single game week, and I actually really like how he's playing. Somehow I get a bad feeling from Antonio for this game week. I just made that point just now, Gerard, about Southampton being strong home. That is true, and that's why I feel like he's not going to be as impactful. But as you all did say just now, they are a very entertaining team to watch, and they always bite in on the attack. So it's really hard to predict this, but I pick Fornals as my choice.
I really hope you're wrong with Antonio.
Yeah, not gonna say that.
I actually brought him in this week because I missed the last 3 weeks. I brought him in this week.
The man is the FPL legend. You can't be bringing out bad vibes, man. Come on. Better than that.
He's legend when he's fit. When he's fit, he's a legend.
When he's fit, yeah, true.
I'm sorry to sell you out to Shamir, but in confidence, Shamir told me he triple captain him this week. So Antonio, don't demand that now. I just
rule of thumb: do have a FPL, do have a triple captain unless it's a double game week. That's how I play my triple captain.
Or the first day of the game week, first game of the season.
Just don't play triple captain, just do willy-nilly. Don't just give it away. That's
what I learned about COVID, you can pray for an extra triple game week and hold on.
For real. But nobody shocked that David Moyes had this team playing so good?
Yeah, boy.
Because I shocked. Ever since Everton days, he was a conservative manager. I don't know how we have this West Ham team flying like this. To me, it's crazy. I don't know how.
Yeah,
they ride any high from last year.
And consistent, eh? They didn't drop a beat from last season,
That's why I'm saying I real shocked.
I find the defense drop a little bit though. They were a little more defensive last year.
Fair enough. Fair enough,
Yeah.
fair
Yeah.
enough, fair enough, fair enough.
I feel it. I feel it
All right, now,
chasing those goals. That's what going on with them.
Yeah,
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 that's it.
yeah.
That's that. That's what it is.
Once you scoring goals, goals win games.
True.
You're scoring a team that have Vardy. Yeah, right, that's trouble. So next up, Watford Wolves, boy. Who we have here, boy?
Watford Wolves. I think a good pick for now and long run is Sa budget.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if Watford have good fixtures coming up, but Sa is one of their focal points. 6 million by cheap option, bigger returns. He is dangerous. So and he has performed in Premier League before, and I think he is one of their main men. So I think I'll go with Sa.
And I think he scored today. It was either today or yesterday. I think he scored in the international break. I don't know who he plays for, but I just saw his name come up. Right.
Okay,
Sorry
okay,
for
yeah.
having half news like that, but
I think he's
I
Ivory
know he
Coast,
scored.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, well, he scored.
I
He
think
scored
so.
today. Yeah, he scored today. Wolves not potting, but maybe they might put this wrong. I'll go with Bachman. Bachman scored. He made 7 saves, if I'm not mistaken, last game week. I'll go with Bachman, the goalkeeper. Because I feel Wolves might pepper their goal like they peppered Manu, but nothing came of it. I feel Bachman will have a few saves. He might get 2 points extra. So I'll go with Bachman. Who you have for Wolves?
I go in with Trincao. He
Okay.
has been attacking and pressing for the last 3 games. It's unfortunate the Wolves actually lost 1-0 in the last 3 games. But they have against Spurs and against Manu, they were relentless. I'll hate to see what they're gonna do against a newly promoted side. So Trincao was my pick.
Yeah, Shankar really did play really good. My pick would be sad enough, strange enough, Adama Throwaway. I would pick him for. I mean, you could only do so bad for the first few, and I feel like you're gonna break that unlucky spell. Hopefully, this game week. They have a weaker team they're facing, and I believe that he could actually score or assist, 2 assists. So yeah, I'll go to Adama.
All right, Adama Traore. All right, no problem. So next up, we have Chelsea versus Aston Villa. Let me hear. And why Lukaku?
I was gonna say Lukaku, yeah, but he have a little niggle, so I would keep away from him for now. But he is a
Right,
sure pick.
right.
A good mount. I mean,
Okay.
this man, ever since he came onto the scene, he's almost undroppable for this team. He does everything, right? So he's assists, he scores. So I mean, he comes up with points. So I would go with actually Mason Mount this game week.
I'm playing it safe and I'll go with Mr. Clean Sheet, Mendy. I feel Mendy could put on a few saves. Aston Villa missing 2 key players, but Ings still there. He might do something. But I'll go with Mendy. I think Mendy is the best option right now. Who you guys have for Villa?
Villa looking difficult because
Hmm.
Chelsea, their defense is so strong. Ings will be the perfect man to, well, not the perfect man. It might be the only man to be able to break that with another great bicycle kick or maybe a penalty. If Chelsea get unlucky like the last time with the handball,
Right.
Ings will step up. He will step up for the penalty, and he may be able to convert. So the only pick I really seen right now is Ings for this game.
All right, next up we have Leeds versus Liverpool. This game is always tasty. And Samir, of course, don't worry, I'll let you pick one person for Liverpool, of course.
Thanks.
We have for Leeds.
Due to the Brazilian drama that going on right now that we'll talk about in a few, actually going with Dallas. 5.5. He hasn't really returned much. He I think had 1 assist the first game week. Dallas could be a danger, and I mean 5.5, but midfield pick. He is a good long-term pick as well. I think Leeds fixtures are on the uptick soon, so I would say Dallas is a good pick to have from now till probably game week 10 or something like that.
All right. This one tricky, boy. I feel Bamford steps up for these kind of games most times, and they home. They're playing home. Leeds home is a different kind of animal. So I'll go with Bamford for this one. Who you all have for Liverpool?
I know everyone will choose Salah or Jota, but I think I'll go with Mane this
All
round.
right.
I find he been a little more involved. Salah has the penalty, so he has a little edge on him. But Mane actually, he's a little bit more in the box. I find. I feel he will have he may have some returns in this game.
I would go for Salah, of course. But to be fair, honestly, it has some chances that I saw Mane could have really passed, and I don't like how he's playing. He might be a bit selfish.
Yeah.
Like, if you look how Mo Salah would have played at the beginning of like last 2 seasons, and Salah's actually the man who is sharing the goals right now.
yeah.
It's strange to see that, but I will go with Mo.
Yeah, Mo actually looking for the assist, and Mane just trying to fire.
I think trying to get himself out of the funky end now. I think that's it. That's what he's trying to do.
But he having some good shots, so one of them must land.
True.
And Shamir, who's your pick as a resident Liverpool fan?
I think Jota is a good pick. Firmino injured, might not play due to the Brazilian thing again we talk about. I think Jota is a good pick. 7.5 million or 7.6, something like that. He's going to play on the top. He always gets himself in dangerous positions, and he always pops up with a goal or assist when he plays. I think it's like a ridiculous conversion rate. So I mean, Jota's a good pick to have for sure.
All right, cool. So next up we have Everton versus Burnley, and of course I know who your pick is. You don't have to say anything. This easy. So Gray and the Curry, right? You can move on now.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shimmy. Go ahead, Shimmy.
I actually would go Gray. I'll take it from you now, Jared. Gray's a good buy. 5.5, 5.6 now price raise.
Yeah.
He 2 goals in the last 2 game weeks. He is a man in form, and I think he will be good against his Burnley side, who to me hasn't been solid as they could have been or could be from the past. So I think Demarai Gray is a good pick to have.
All right. Normally I would say Ducure, normally I would say DCL, but I'll go with Digne for this game. I don't know why. Feeling something with Digne in this game. So I'll go with Digne and it's Burnley. I thank God it's not Burnley. Home is Burnley away, but still a threat. Who you all picking for Burnley, guys?
Honestly, I have no clue. Probably Tarkowski.
All right.
Tarkowski, yeah. He always gets some attacking returns, not always, but sometimes get attacking returns. Potential for clean sheet, but I mean Everton is playing pretty attacking these days. But that's the only person that really stand out between he and Pope. But I believe Pope may just get 1 or 2 saves or maybe an extra point for saves. But I'll go with Tarkowski.
My pick would be only one pick I really pick from Burnley all the time, and that's Chris Wood. If something were to come from anything at all, it would come from him. And one little chance in the box, he would take it and he would convert. So I'll go with Chris Wood.
Yeah, that's a fair shout. All right, guys. So that's our review of the fixtures, our preview, I should say, of the fixtures coming up for game week 4. So, of course, this is a fantasy show, so we have to talk about the players that you all like to pick and the players that, feature and perform week in, week out. There's been an article. Let me see if I can pull up the article first. We don't want to be just talking nonsense. You want to talk facts. Let me bring it out quickly for you guys. So there's an article circulating. Boom. So there's an article circulating here. Premier League clubs to be blocked from using Brazilian players this weekend. Guys, let me start with Shimi. Shimi, how is that impacting? How is that messing up? Because as a Liverpool fan, right? Talk to me.
Is this Brazil or Brazil and Argentina?
No,
nothing. Just Brazil blocking.
Brazil.
I think Argentina is the quarantine issues with them.
The main players in Argentina will be Martinez and Buendia. Those are the main.
No, Romero and Lo Celso as well.
Right, as I said, the main players. As I said, the main players.
The main players, yes.
The main players. Nobody care about them.
Um, what's my thoughts on this way? I can't see how this Brazilian FA trying to pull this, try to run the show in EPL, right? I mean, to me, it's crazy to think that they're just trying to block our players from playing, from not traveling due to COVID restrictions or whatever, right? My team missing obviously best keeper in the world, Alisson, and one of the best DMs in the world, Fabinho. I mean, those two players are part of our spine, and to miss them will be a task. And I really, really hope they play. But if they don't, I mean, we should have enough to knock off this lead side. But I mean, it's just unfortunate to know that there's a situation we have to deal with in these COVID times now.
Yeah, because I mean, as you can see, you have this little stanza here. So if the
Yeah.
ruling is enforced, Thiago Silva, Alisson, Fabinho, Firmino, Rafinha, Edison, Jesus, Fred. Well, nobody gonna
I
miss Fred,
mean,
but
yeah, nobody got miss Fred.
yeah,
I mean,
nobody gonna
opposition
miss.
players will miss Fred. Opposition teams will miss Fred.
Yeah, right, true, right. But based on what I'm seeing so far, I'm seeing a lot of articles from other clubs. It looks like this is going to be to put in act. I think they're going to actually enforce it because I think I've been seeing Man City pulling out a fifth string goalkeeper and Carson. So I'm not too sure. It looks like it might be. It looks like it might happen for sure. So that will affect. How is that going to affect the whole this game week 1 2? And do you think there's a big worry for some players or for some FPL managers or nah, not really?
For me, yeah, because I was looking to bring in Jesus this game week.
Right,
Um,
right.
I had with Charleston, but I heard that I was really happy. And I had to bust my wild card, so
Oh
I had
shit!
players that wouldn't even be able to come off the bench because they're not even playing. So the wild card had
Yeah.
to come out. So yeah, it was definitely a problem for my FPL in particular. But I don't know, boy. Like I find this really for them to just jump this out now. Not even like could have said something like a month ago. So man, but oh gosh, now boy, and it's hard because most of these players are starting players for their team. Very key
Right.
players. See, Rafinha. You
Yeah,
have
I have
Jesus.
Rufino on my side. Yeah.
I want to
So
say Fred. I don't know how we just start on that team every single game, but don't want to say Fred at the same time. Allison, Fabinho, these are key players, and
Key.
to not see them in their team. And you see, my opinion, I find Leicester has a little thing for City, and I somehow feel like Leicester are gonna win that match. Strange enough, I just have a feeling they're gonna win that match, especially if they have after that pull in a fifth string keeper. Nah, I was Vardy, and I was Tillers. I was shooting from so far. I was just shooting.
Kevan, your thoughts? How is this
um,
affecting you? You vex?
yeah, not. It'll be pushing my team to the limit because
Right.
I have Rafinha, but I also have two injured or transferred out players. So I will be end up relying on my bench, right? It's not affecting me too badly, but at the same time, I know the two of the bigger teams, City and Liverpool, their defense and their attack going to be hurting.
For
So
sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, I'm not too affected by it, but I mean, concerning other guys out there who will have these, as you said, these are sure starters, and most of them would have been no hitting that they were doing well. Jesus was unstoppable. Rafinha recently, I think he scored assist recently.
yeah,
Allison
Yeah.
clean sheeting. I mean, so this came in at a really off time, and the Brazil board, health authorities, whoever, should have put this in place long time ago.
but didn't the
But
Premier League also
right.
warn them about it as well?
This is exactly what I was now going to say. The
Mm.
FPL, or not even FPL, the Prime Minister was trying to put something in place where they don't send out their foreign players at all. But
Yeah.
I don't know. So,
Yeah,
But
because they had
but
an
study how.
incident with Salah last year, and he had to
right.
Yeah.
miss a game week or two. So
But even Aubameyang had it wasn't COVID, but he had an issue where he went to represent Gabon, and there were no kind of facilities, so he had to sleep in the airport and all kind of stuff. So they really had
And
to
he still
wait.
didn't recover. And he still didn't
Still,
recover from that a year later. So
and got malaria and all that. Ha ha ha! Very funny, very funny. But yeah. So before we have a few more things to run through, but let's this. So we had a international break, right? Everybody loves international break. Everyone gets so
Yeah,
excited
man.
when there's an international break, right? Obviously, a lot of people will have used that time to bust the wild card. People like Antonio, right? So Samir, let me know, did you use your wild card, or are you doing like me and you're waiting till that game week 7 time, or when? Give us a little insight on when you use it or when you recommend people should bust the wild card.
Um,
But
the
the
wild
first
card
wild
is
card, I should say.
first wild card is really for when you feel your team in dire straits. Antonio mentioned that he had some players missing, his bench wasn't playing. I mean, his team needed a kind of revamp, right? Now is best time for that. So any FPL player that has a team like that needs a revamp, like you feel like you're so behind the ball, you need to get back into the groove of things, play your wild card, right? But for me, the whole reason behind doing preseason planning and all running the stats and running the numbers, running the fixtures, is so that you don't have to bust your wild card by game week 3. Yeah, unless some kind of disaster happen, right? So for me, my wild card, my team is set up in a way where I don't have my wild card until game week 8, 9, right? And only reason I put my pick my wild card is Ronaldo or Lukaku catching some kind of form that I say, well, I can't miss it again, right? But for me, I hold enough for now. My team is good. My transfers in and out are helping me along the way. And I think game week 7 or 8, when Chelsea does kick into some form, and I see how Ronaldo playing, I definitely think about playing my wild card then for sure.
Kevan, your thoughts?
um, I'm not playing the wildcard now, but after this transfer window, this actually encourage you to actually want to play your wildcard because they have three big strikers come back in. Accounting Kane has coming back in because he was out of it for a while. So you have Kane, Lukaku, and Ronaldo, right? And those aren't players that easy get to, right? It's not just one or two transfers. You have to take a -4, -8 to actually get them in, right? So a wildcard will help you out. This international break was a lot earlier than normal, like 2 weeks earlier.
Yeah, I believe so,
So
yeah.
yeah, so it was 2 weeks earlier. The transfer window finished the same exact time. So you have all these premium options. You have time to think about it. So I could see why a lot of people doing it. I almost hit my card as well. At the first half of the last game week, not having Antonio and hearing the news about Ronaldo, I wanted to hit it, but yeah, I had to keep my cool, make sure I don't make any rash decisions, right? Breathe and actually think it through. Make my one substitute before transfer before, and hopefully ride it out. Right? They still have international games going on, so it's still not out of reach there. You still have chance to hit your wild card if there are any injuries. A lot of people have yellow flags on them right now, so
Mm.
so it's not the worst thing to actually hit it now.
Antonio, well, you already know you bust yours, but just explain to the guys now. I mean, what was the dire strains? What went on?
So I'm a person I like to make transfers early because I'm afraid of price raises and I know certain men will go up, certain men will go down. So I try to get rid of players as soon as like, the game week ends. I would sell and buy a player, which is bad because you're supposed to wait just in case you know injury in training or something. So I really gamble 50-50 on that. And then this whole madness came up with FIFA and the international games and players never being able to play and come back to the club. And that threw me off because I wanted to I had bring in certain players, took minus for certain players. And the good part about the wildcard is even if you make those minus, if it's a minus 12, 16, whatever, and you play a wildcard in the same game week, it cancels all the minus points. So that was a plus. Because I realized maybe I wanted to take all that minus. Maybe it was supposed to happen now. And also why I busted too, because of the price raises as well. I do this thing where I will get players who once I bust the work, I'll buy players that I know who prices is going to raise. and later down I could always sell them and gain a profit if they don't start performing the way that I expected them to perform. So it comes like I gain something. Either way, I will gain a profit or I will gain points. So yeah, that's my logic.
All right, fair enough. Well, as Shimri said, he's busting out game week 8 or 9. I'm saying 7 or 8 around there. Now, the reason I'm specifically saying 7 or 8, Chelsea has
Chelsea,
some
yeah.
sweet fixtures coming up
Yeah.
around that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And if Mr. Romelu is firing, I will take a chance on him and jump on him. I'll jump on Mount. I take in 3 Chelsea men. Right? That's how bad a jumping
That's how
out.
confident you're in it.
Right? That's how bad I jump it out. Because I'm marking that. I think from October 2nd till maybe mid-October, there are some decent fixtures. I'm not underestimating the teams, but I'm just saying that there might be some teams that they could rough up. Because if they could hold off Liverpool with 10 men, far less what they could do to other teams, right? So as we winding down here to the end, I just want to pick a mental 11, guys. 11 that we think is should suggest to our FPL managers viewing. I will put this 11 up on the screen. I'll put it up also on my Instagram as well. So let's go. Give my goalkeeper. Who's in one best goalkeeper pick for this week? Coming up here.
For the week or going forward?
This game week 4. No, just game week 4. Best
Four.
goalkeeper to pick, to consider. Who do you think
I
will
will go
score the
Lloris.
most points?
Loris?
All right, so
I was
Loris
thinking
one.
Lloris, yeah.
All right,
All
so we
right.
go Loris, yeah.
Okay, Loris. I want 3 defenders.
Sure.
Right, sure. Tony don't like that name, but yeah.
You see, the problem with Shaw is you like to play catch up, so they always have to. Someone has to score on them first now.
Yeah, that's my goal.
Yeah,
Again,
but
have
not
to-
with
They love to
Not
play
with-
from behind.
Yeah, we saw solid Varane was. Nah, I don't know about that anymore right now. Now, right? Varane looking pretty solid. Stop smiling, Antonio. But Varane looking pretty solid. What
I
is
would say
Real Madrid, man? Go, they don't
I would
play
say
fair anymore.
size
yeah,
from Wolves.
nice.
Boom.
Yeah,
All
Size
right,
from Wolves,
size.
yeah.
good shot.
Yeah.
Good show.
Right, one more.
Yeah.
So
What a Chelsea defender? Do you think they'll pull returns against Aston Villa?
so
Alonso? Freaky taker?
Alonso will be the pick for that, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
all right.
Still
noted
waiting
that.
for Chilwell to come back. I love Chilwell.
Yeah, I would love
Yeah, me
to.
too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh,
And he,
boy.
if he was to really downgrade from Alonso to Chilwell, they're saving like 3 million
Yeah.
because Chilwell price drop. So
Yeah. Because I thought he would have played or featured a lot more, but nothing.
I don't know how
boy,
come he's not
nothing.
featuring at all right now.
Yeah.
But
And he's
there's a thing with Alonso. Every early season, Alonso performs amazingly good,
correct.
and then
correct.
at some point within like game week 8, 9, or 10 or something like that, he just drops off and he gets dropped, and then Chilwell will take over.
Yeah.
That's
I
how I
could,
see it going.
I could attest to that.
Yeah.
That's facts. All right, so give me 4 midfielders.
Son.
Yeah,
Boom, son.
definitely Son.
Yeah. Son.
Benrahma.
Jota.
Ben Rama from West Ham, yeah.
Yeah.
Jota for sure.
Actually, no, not Benrahma, not Jota, not Son. Others.
All
There's a
right.
reason for that.
Salah.
All right. Right.
What about this fella from Spurs that could be a good asset, boy? Bergwijn.
Bergwijn, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think he might be good, you know.
Good.
He might be good.
But he has the same problem as Traore. He beating
finish.
everybody.
No, but he assists.
No finish.
He assists.
Yes,
I
yes.
don't
Yeah,
care
he is
about
pick
the
out some
goal
of it.
scoring. He assists. You have Son and Kane for that. Bergwijn assists.
Make
So-
sure you put my boy Mount inside that mix, please.
Right.
Yeah. You have to pick Mount. Yeah, true.
You can train the mounts.
Um,
Trincao.
Trincao. Boom.
Trincao,
Right, three
Traore,
strikers.
yeah.
Some budget, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
3 strikers,
strikers.
not Vardy, not I don't nobody that have him a runner. Give me some off, man. If you can't, well, fine.
Jimenez. You have to pick Jimenez.
Right,
Jimenez.
So we have our Wolves defender, striker, and midfielder, right?
No, because if you pick those players now and they going forward, Wolves have amazing fixtures.
Yeah, they have the next 3-4 games.
Yeah, they have amazing fixtures. So I think those are good long-term picks too. Jimenez hasn't scored yet, but he will score. He will pick up that form, he'll do good. What's the next one, boy?
Nobody said
Timu
Bamford.
Puki.
Bamford,
Hey,
boy.
why
I
not?
mean,
Pookie,
against the
why not?
Liverpool
I think
side.
Pookie, yeah, Pookie can score. Yeah, Pookie, next.
Pookie playing
Alright.
Arsenal, right?
What,
Yeah, he playing a
what
team
about the
called
winner?
Arsenal.
What about the winner? What
Alright.
about the winner? He saw in international game week. He could be,
Right. So who taking
he
it
could,
seriously? Who taking?
he
You want
could,
Okay, okay,
serious?
alright.
he could, he could do something. You never know. You never know.
You know how long it take him to practice to score that goal that you saw there? You
The
know how
man
long?
practiced the whole last season and this season. Come
Goal.
on, come on.
That, yeah.
Marcel Ferdinand, you wicked boy. I don't know, boy. All right, Pookie. You know what? Let me be controversial.
Say
Over.
Liverpool. Who?
Harry Kane or we going Harry Kane? Sorry, big hitters. Harry Kane
No,
or
I'm
Ronaldo?
not picking anybody. I have in my I have below on the screen. I'm trying to pick different. Just have something different.
But you picking up Aubameyang as a different person, boy. You're really going different.
Play.
Yeah.
You playing Norwich up to you.
Yeah.
You playing Norwich.
I mean,
We go with
alright.
Ivan Toney.
All right,
Yeah.
boom.
You
Go
have
ahead.
He
Tony, yeah.
scored.
Be in
He
my
scored.
mind.
Yeah,
Right.
he scored last
Boom.
week. He
All
might
right.
have some.
What about
So
Murphy?
that's our mental
Yeah,
11
Mupé is
there.
a good
We
one
will
too. He back from injury.
who's that?
Mupé, he back from injury.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Mope never went for injury. He
Oh,
stayed. He
who was
played.
injured then? Okay. I thought he was
He
injured,
had
you
a
know.
shoulder injury. He have a shoulder injury.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he have a shoulder injury. That's my big
Okay.
boy. Right, so that's our mental 11. I'll post it up on the screen and I'll also put that up in our on the Instagram page. So guys, thanks for coming through. Shamir and Kevan, just give us any closing thoughts, any advice. Shamir, you first.
What to say other than go with your guts. If you want to pick Ronaldo, go with it. If you want him, go with it. If you don't want him, like me, take your time, relax yourself, and just fight through the FOMO because you're gonna have it. And especially in this game week against Newcastle, fight the FOMO, stick to your plans, and see what happen afterwards. Assess in game week after game week 4.
Let me
I would
hear
say,
Kevan.
yeah, I would say use your wild card when you want to use the wild card. There's no
Yeah.
wrong time to use it. Game week 3, game week 7, right before we get the new wild card. Just don't forget to use it. Just make sure and use it at some point.
You have to use it, yeah.
You have to use
Don't
it.
waste
Make
your
sure
chips.
you have
Don't waste your
to
chips.
use your 2. Yeah, don't waste it.
True.
Solid advice. Antonio, any little pointers you want before we go?
Wild card.
All
If you
right.
need to use your wild card.
So he in your side. So CR7 in your side, Antonio. He in your side.
Bro, he in my 2 sides. He in my and he in high.
So wait now. So that means so Bruno out of your side or he in your side still?
Where Bruno press long time.
Long time.
No, I know that easy swap.
You cannot be 12 million and you giving me 1.2 games back to back with yellow card. I really good.
Yeah, boy.
I think I was one of the few that didn't have Bruno. I went to Greenwood. That was the best pick ever.
Wow. Well, all right.
Go with Bruno was the. I mean after that hat trick
The
in the
first game hurt?
week,
Yeah,
I
the
was
first game
like
hurt.
yes, thank God I get him. But then afterwards, the man blanking like what the hell?
Right, but then the next 2 games, I was like, yes, I get through after. I was like, okay, it balanced off now. Good.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
felt sick when you see that hat trick. Yeah.
No, but I
yeah,
glad
yeah.
he blanked last game, because I mean I didn't have real people had him as captain, and I was like,
Correct.
okay, cool. If he blank, I'll get green arrows, and I get green arrows. I was like, all right, safe.
Especially
I get
playing
it.
head to head Shamir. When they play some head to
Yeah.
heads and they see me, I was like, oh, please. Yeah. Well, like, you know my usual solid advice. Please press the save button after you make all your changes. Please do not get distracted. Click that save button. Guys, well, this is the end of the episode. Thank you so much for coming through. I want to thank my guests, thank my co-host. Thanks for watching. Please continue to subscribe, like, share. I am very close to 60 subscribers. Sorry. I have 100 followers on the Instagram page. Thanks so much for the love. Thanks for the comments. Please, if you're like, Ronaldo and all that, and you'll have him in your team, let me know if you picked him. Let me know who you give me for captains. Before you go, give me for captain, Antonio.
Come on.
Shamir, captain.
I'll toss up between Antonio and Salah right now. That's a toss up.
Kevan,
That's a
who's the
toss up.
captain?
Between Son and Greenwood.
All right, I have no captain as yet. I'm still thinking
Yeah.
about that, but that's all right. So, guys, thanks again for watching. And before I go, guys, I'm also jumping on the Youth Champions League bandwagon. I am posting that episode very soon, and then Antonio and I will do a preview closer to the game weeks. So look out for that, right? So, Fantasy Pavilion, your home for fantasy sports. Thanks for watching, guys. Later.
Bye, everyone.
Right.